Hello, everybody. I'm Paul.
And I'm Andrew.
And welcome to Smash Chat number 10. We went as long as we could without doing any Smash news, and we were starting to have withdrawals about it.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
But today we are going to talk a little about the 3DS impressions and what we think, and maybe what we think of the future.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And then we're also going to talk a little bit about the tournament that happened recently.
Big house.
That was insane.
Oh, my word.
We should pull up the results of that.
Sure.
Too, just so that we can see it. But I don't know. Let's start with the 3DS. I was just playing a little bit. I have always been a fan of Game & Watch myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to try Game & Watch first. And although he's... Okay, there we go. Alright, cool. Although he's... He seems good. It just seems like... I don't know. It seems like most of his attacks have a little bit of a nerf to it. He doesn't have a kill move.
Right, yeah.
Which is going to be really difficult.
Yeah.
Actually.
I think it's just a bit of an adjustment. Like, overall, with, like, the strengths of characters and stuff, they've really redirected strength priority for a lot of the moves. Like we were saying before, the dash attack, unlike almost every character, is, like, really strong now.
Yeah.
And, what else?
The finishing blow and the jabs is really good.
Right, yeah. They're, like, each character now has, like, a finishing blow that, like, pulls you in and then hits you away, which is pretty awesome. I mean, you in Melee or past games, you'd have to be at a pretty high level for you to let the neutral A to really help you escape from certain moves. Because, like, if there was a person with a repetitive A attack, there was no finish to it, so they wouldn't really go anywhere and you'd get punished for it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think this is really a good choice, you know, and we're really starting to see a lot of people take advantage of that, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
It looks kind of interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I have not really had a chance to play with Rosalina yet, but a lot of people have been saying she's pretty good.
Yeah.
And just the fact that she has Luma alone is a lot. Because I guess it blocks all projectiles, which is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing is, like, this isn't like Ice Climbers or something like that. Like, she basically has infinite Lumas, and when Luma dies, it's not that large amount of time before she gets another Luma kind of thing. So, like, she's constantly there with that shield, as well as just, like, taking up more of the field with both Luma and Rosalina.
It's kind of cool because you can edge guard people from across the stage.
Oh yeah.
Which is awesome.
I haven't seen someone do that, but I have played someone online who's a good Rosalina and, like, had excellent spacing and trapping and stuff between her and Luma. And
interesting.
Yeah, what was going through my mind was that, like, I really wasn't seeing a reward for just hitting away Luma. Because, like I said, she has infinite Lumas, you know?
Yeah.
And Lunas. Luma.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was really difficult because you hit a Luma once, then Rosalina comes in and it attacks you while you're busy with that. And and she has her own spacing with herself, you know? Because, it's a tricky match, definitely, you know?
Yeah.
It's been quite an experience trying to learn against these, like, new characters and stuff, and for the people who've just picked them up, you know?
Yeah.
And just
I mean, it's impressive that how fast people pick up the game, but how fast they pick up the new characters as well.
Yeah.
Rosalina is definitely one of those. The Little Mac's another one.
People have been really taking to Little Mac, actually. He's proven to be a lot better than I originally thought.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I've heard. I don't know how much we should believe in that because it is a lot of just general online players complaining about how OP he is. But I think there's a lot of, like, he has obvious weaknesses that I don't think a lot of players are able to bring out.
Not
necessarily. Not yet. But I think that might be the case. pretty soon.
There is definitely a lot of like direct reward to him with his strength.
Yeah.
And, like I mentioned this before when we were saying about the new neutral A's with characters. He's one of the few characters who can fight back in the middle of it,
Yeah.
kind of thing, which is like crazy. Him along with Bowser has a little extra attack priority, and Bowser has a retarded amount of armor. It drives me insane because
That's what I've heard.
I fought a lot of like people who have just been like just floating in the pool of his advantages kind of thing, not that good. Not to John, honestly, because I did fight this guy who I had trouble with, but then what is it, third match him, read him like a book, and then he exited the match.
Yeah. I believe it.
Kind of thing. So
gotta get used to it a little bit.
Exactly. And I mean there is a lot of cool new interesting strategy going into this, which is like I was mentioning how how I was kind of annoyed with these slide back of attacks because you can't shield grab as often when you block an attack.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, okay, that adds a little more balance to it since there isn't like L canceling or anything like that.
Well, that's true.
And it takes away from some defensive play.
True.
Yeah.
That's a good point. But not the kind of defense. That's a defensive play that I feel like every character has. My problem with I wish that they would have done something to take away from the projectile campiness.
Yes, that is the biggest problem now because every stage is an FD stage.
Yeah.
And what is it? Rolling and dodging is a lot better, and people just move back and forth with the projectiles.
Really afraid of that. The first time I saw anything with Link from the demo, I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
So many people are just going to be projectile Links.
Right.
And they're just going to roll and dodge and everything. Man, that's going to be frustrating.
Definitely.
And I mean, you can get around it. I mean, that's the thing is there are a lot of people who just complain that that's ridiculous, and now suddenly Link is OP. And that's not really the case, but the case is that it's very good. And it's a strategy that works really well.
With a very low amount of skill.
Yeah, well, and not a lot of, basically. Because, like, you could do that in Melee to a certain extent, but then you brought up, like, you face up against somebody who knows what they're doing, and you're going to get wrecked.
Yeah,
they have options to beat it.
Right.
And
then
have to see
at a certain point, they can just read you. And
and we have to see
rolls
what those
can be punished a lot better in Melee.
That's the other thing is we have to see what the options are against projectile characters. It's the beginning of the game,
exactly.
So it's very, very good right now. Which means for the first couple months you're going to be seeing a lot of Links spamming arrow and bombs, which makes sense because it's an easy strategy to do. It like you said, doesn't take a lot of skill. Like it doesn't take you to I got to learn a bunch of stuff. You don't really. You just roll away and throw a bomb.
Right.
But eventually. At least I hope, but I think so. There's going to be strategies to beat that. Just nobody knows what they are.
Yeah. I mean, at a certain point, it just takes a person to just learn to read better.
Yeah.
The character I've seen most abuse that is actually Lucario, which is interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, because it's just
energy ball?
Just the energy ball over and over and just rolling back and forth. And whenever he's hit in the air. Counter all the way down, kind of thing. Which isn't as tricky. I mean, it's given me some trouble, but I can see what I'm doing wrong. I just don't have the timing right for grabbing and in between kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see that. I did have a question of have you been using Greninja?
Yes.
Mostly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, have you been using his water shuriken a lot? Because I see that everywhere.
I do. I throw a few out, but it's interesting. He's one of the characters whose projectiles don't go that far, which is kind of strange. It goes a fair amount, but I mean, I consider myself a little in-face aggressive more than spacing out.
Yeah.
So I feel like I haven't been spamming it, but like I'll throw a few out just to try to mess up the opponent. But what I've been seeing mostly is that at most distances I can't get a punish, even though I like made the hit kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it's very easy to dodge out of it the right way. The one thing I have to do is just punish a like read along with a punish kind of thing, you know.
Okay.
So it's been tricky, definitely.
Yeah.
Um,
But is Greninja as fast as I thought he was, or is he a little slow? Or slower than you thought? I know he's fast. Just in the general cast of characters.
he runs fast, and his A up is really fast. His A aerial forward has a significant delay to it. And just his short hop is very undesirable, which most people are. I mean, like I said before, aerials seem to reap a lot less reward in this because, like, I don't know, it has to be precise or the height of the jumps of everyone is too high, but, like,
I don't know.
Even, like, I can't hit someone. It's very, very hard to hit someone with an aerial while they're on the ground kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, I've kind of noticed that while playing too.
Mm-hmm.
I think generally people will get better at it, and especially they'll start to see what auto cancels when you fast fall, because that seems to be kind of a big thing with a lot of characters. But yeah, it seems like a lot of. It's funny because really, what a lot of people do from some of the matches I've seen is they just empty jump the whole time. They just keep jumping without an aerial, and I'm like, what's. I guess they're just doing that to avoid projectiles. To,
like, avoid projectiles or just reset, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of funny because then the way they approach or hit each other is almost never an aerial. They're, like, empty jumping this whole time, and then somebody will throw out a jab.
Right.
And then start to go in
the biggest strategy right now is locking someone in a jab.
Yeah.
You know, if they feel like they might be in trouble or something. Which, I don't know, I don't think it's necessarily bad. But it's just different, you know? But he's been interesting because it's definitely different from Sheik. His moves aren't as fluent. They're a little tougher to deal with, even though his, like, I don't know, his back air is kind of similar, but his slams are very, like, get a space around him kind of thing, you know? Like the up and the down is very similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, have you played any with Sheik? Because that's the other thing I'm curious about.
I played a lot of Sheik.
Have you?
I like her a lot, definitely. You know, it's really hard to say because at first thought I want to say she's still really weak, but I feel like it's just this game where people are living from everything, you know?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna just take a while to kill people.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think every character's gonna have trouble with that.
Absolutely.
So
I mean, the great thing is there is definitely comboing potential with her, like on stage, and she can really lunge out there and like hit people. You know.
Okay.
I think one of the coolest things to do is just like while you're off the stage, jump out forward air and then quickly jump out forward air one more time kind of thing, which is awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
I made 1-3 forward air once, which was freaking awesome. But yeah, it's totally great. But hands down, my biggest gripe is just the just the long living. You know? And it seems like 75% of the moves always hits them the same way. Diagonal upward.
Yep.
So they can live the longest. And you know what you have to do? You just have to sit there and wait for them to come down. Every time. You know? Like there's this one Bowser I fought which I was reading really well. But I kept getting just one hit on him because that's how like the gravity works, you know?
Yeah.
So
you
it's
don't usually get combos.
Yeah, that spot every time. So like 50 times in a row. Hit him, he's flying away. He's coming back, he tries to butt slam me. I run back, hit him again. We do the cycle over and over and over again. And I almost lost that match because I was getting so impatient and wanted to kill him right away.
Yeah.
So that's going to be tough. I've definitely hit a few sudden deaths and come across the campers, but I'm happy to say that it hasn't been a huge amount of camping.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Thus far,
Because that does seem to happen, and really that happens in most fighting games
Absolutely.
early on.
Yeah.
Because everybody just camps because
Uh-huh.
it's easy to do.
Yeah.
You know, generally.
It's the
Unless
best.
you're Chris G and you're doing Morgan in Marvel vs. Capcom, and then it's fucking crazy. But
Then you don't have any hope in any direction.
yeah. So wow, I guess we should probably talk about the big house. But final thoughts on 3DS, and are you excited about the Wii U version?
I am excited. I'm definitely excited for the Wii U because I've been really surprised at how the general community of online fighters that I faced have taken so well to even the 3DS version.
Yeah,
It's been
it's gonna be
truly a
interesting.
joy to see.
Yeah.
So like, me and Atticus have been like fighting a lot and stuff,
Mhm.
and both of us agree that like hell's basically gonna break loose once the Wii U one comes out.
Yeah, yeah. There's gonna be a lot of people playing this game online.
Yeah,
It's gonna be nuts.
it's gonna be
So.
amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am excited to see where this goes. I guess it's definitely helped that Sheik's like potential has definitely revived a bit. And,
Yeah, definitely.
there is some drop down potential
Mhm.
to it, you know.
Because that is your favorite character, so you obviously want to play
Yeah.
her.
Yeah,
So.
totally loving it. You know?
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm excited about the Wii U version too. I obviously don't have a 3DS, so I can't play a lot of the 3DS version. But I'm excited about the Wii U. I'm excited for C-Stick because, to
Yeah.
be perfectly honest, I just cannot get used to not having it. Well, I would get used to it if I played it more,
Uh-huh.
but I don't have
Yeah.
a 3DS right now.
Don't worry, you got a month and a half.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
coming
It's
close.
coming really, really quick.
I was really surprised by that.
I know. I'm
Something's
like,
coming
what?
out early?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
I know. I was like, I really hope they don't delay it at the last minute.
Oh, that'd be stupid.
Yeah, I know. I really don't want them to do
Because
that.
they had the chance
Yeah.
to
I know.
have it later.
I know.
It's like don't
do
let's
that.
Not, let's
That's not gonna do it. All right, let's move on to the Big House. So, Big House 4 was this weekend. Big House is a big tournament.
Yeah.
In fucking where is it? It's not Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, damn, I can't remember. It's definitely somewhere Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan. There we go. So they must be in Detroit. So, yeah, it's this big. It's the Midwest's biggest tournament probably.
Yeah.
They had almost 600 entrants, which was nuts. For Melee, and it was a fucking crazy tournament, which is kind of to be expected because I think this happens a lot where it's like right after summer where a lot of tournaments happen. Top players like kind of stop practicing, they go on hiatus, whatever, and then everybody comes back and all hell breaks loose
And
before Apex.
They're starting to itch. a little.
Yeah, and everybody has been practicing, but everybody else hasn't because they just got off a summer of Smash.
Right.
So then they go to the Big House 4 and people get wrecked by Midwest players, which I actually thought was really cool. So let's shout out some Midwest players. First of all, Kells, who I hate but also love at the same time. He beat Axe. I was really disappointed.
Oh.
But he beat Axe and he played out of his mind with Sheik and Fox.
Okay.
And he's obviously a really good player and the home crowd was really pulling for him. So that was really cool. Definitely repping the Midwest. Plup, who I believe is also from the Midwest, playing Samus. Fucking, that Samus is good.
Yeah.
We just watched a little bit of that.
It's just that's like. Oh, it's been so long since I've seen a pro Samus, and just seeing the things he
So
does, it's
good.
like, oh my gosh.
I know.
This is so cool, so fresh.
Yeah.
You know?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So shout outs to Plup, but the person who I'm honestly most excited about is Kalamazoo, who's a Peach player.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever saw any matches with Kalamazoo.
Uh-uh.
He was also playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
And in a tournament with MacD, who is another Peach player from California, and Armada, he definitely showed, because he beat MacD in the mirror match.
Mm.
MacD is a really good player. He was at the Smash Invitational. I mean, he's a
Okay.
really good Peach player.
Yeah.
And he took him out. And, I mean, guy played out of his mind, and I really wanted him to make top 8. I think he might have played Hax and lost to Hax. I was really disappointed because I really wanted Kalamazoo to be in top 8.
Yeah.
Felt like he was doing so good. Everyone was doing really good except for people we thought were going to do good.
Right?
Who didn't do good.
Yeah.
Like Hungrybox, who lost to Lucky, which was a big surprise.
But I mean, again, Lucky was insane this tournament as well.
He did so good.
He went toe to toe with Mango, and I don't care what anyone says. That match right there, their last set was try hard.
Yeah, no, I think so.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people were saying, "No, Mango's not trying. Mango's not trying," and I'm like, "No, I really think he is."
That match was so freaking legit.
Try hard Mango's hard because sometimes you see he only plays Fox, and you're like, "Well, that's try hard Mango." But other times you're like, "Well, not really." Sometimes he does like to play Falco and Falcon, and he's not. It's not like he's not trying. Because he was trying with Falcon. You could tell. I mean, he was killing people with Falcon.
Really?
So
who else did he play with his Falcon?
A lot of the lower level players.
Okay.
Which kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he was styling on people, don't get me wrong, but he was also, like, trying new shit out, but he was also, like, playing.
Right, yeah.
And, man, that Falcon is so good. It's nuts. It's
yeah.
nuts. Only Mango could do that.
Of course.
Mango also played Marth, which, I don't know if you...
What?
Yeah.
No,
I
didn't
that against
see
Hax.
that.
He beat Hax with Falcon and Marth. It was kind of embarrassing.
What in the world?
I kind of felt bad for him.
Dude.
I was like, ugh. But they were, like, honestly, if you can't beat a top player, like if Hax can't beat a top player's secondary characters, dude, like get on your game a little bit. You can't complain about it. He played a Falcon and a Marth against you. You can't complain about that.
Right.
You were basically handed a set. If you really think you're that good, play that well and beat a secondary character.
Oh, is he one of those who says he's like the best?
Not really. Hax
No.
doesn't do that, but he was upset that Mango used joke characters. Which I was like, okay, it doesn't matter if he used joke characters. You should have destroyed him. If he was actually using joke characters and he wasn't serious about it, you should have wrecked him.
You know, I feel like some players kind of like throw away the experiences in those matches because even if like a player better than you uses a joke character, if they beat you and freaking learn from that.
Yeah, seriously.
I would say no matter what character they use, take it seriously and take what you can from it.
Yeah.
But so often people put their pride on the line, so like...
But why didn't you play me with your better character?
Yeah,
because I would have destroyed you even badly.
Exactly.
And I didn't need to.
Exactly. Their mind is clouded through the whole match, and it's like you wasted a great opportunity of progression. You know?
You let it get to your head. I mean, that's what happened with Hax is he let it get to him.
Yeah.
Mango was playing Falcon. He used to play Falcon Hax. He used to be a Falcon player. Mango was playing Falcon, and he played his color.
Oh.
And it got into Hax's head, and I'm like, dude, if it gets into your head, then maybe you shouldn't be, like, placing this high at tournaments.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. If that gets, like, you cannot do that.
Mm.
And I know how hard it is. I get it. Because
it is difficult.
People get into your head really easily.
Yeah.
I understand
that's a fair,
that.
like, subcategory
It is.
thing.
It is. But honestly, you should be able to beat him. If you really think his Falcon is not that great, you should be able to beat him.
Right.
It doesn't matter if he was playing your color and trying to get into your head. If you want to play at this level, you have to get over that.
Yeah.
That's my only thought on it.
And I mean, I think that is another like branch of this whole like cloud in your head thing, because that fact stays in your mind.
Yeah.
That you have to beat this, and it puts extra pressure on you.
Yep.
Kind of thing, but you just shouldn't think that way, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, another fight. I'm going to do my best. That's all you got to think about, you know? Because, I mean, there's always something I like to joke around with Aaron with is, like, if we're doing, like, a bunch of, like, just for fun matches, and then all of a sudden one of us has a joke character and one of us has our main character, and then they do really bad with the main character, one thing we say is, oh, main pressure.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, you know? It's like, because that, like, that can really push a mindset into you of like, I have to beat this. I have to beat this. I have to beat this. Not
Yeah.
how am I going to beat it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
It's a very good point.
So I mean, admittedly, that's a fair way to get into someone's head.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It kind of is. The rest of the placings are kind of, I guess you could say, kind of expected.
You know,
Mango and Mewtwo King and Leffen and Armada are all top 4.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a lot of sense. Leffen beat Armada, which was a big deal. And really, he just
Armada
looked solid.
took it really hard.
Yeah,
Did
you
see
could
that
tell.
interview
But
afterwards.
Yeah. And you could tell too. The other thing about it is that Leffen is made out to be this really, really bad guy, but he was tweeting afterwards like, "Good set. Like that was you. Like we both played really well. That was a good set."
The match
and
you
I
won?
will see. Yeah, because he was waiting in winners finals,
Uh-huh.
Leffen, and he was like, "I will see you in winners finals." Like he was sure that Armada was going to make it back. I don't think he counted. I think Armada just got into his head
Yeah,
that he lost to Leffen
definitely.
because they definitely have a history. But I don't know. I mean,
But-
I was sad. I always want to see. I've been wanting to see a Mango and Armada grand finals forever,
Yeah.
and we just haven't seen one. Like I wanted that at Evo
Mm-hmm.
because I knew Hungrybox was going to get to Mango and then get destroyed, and he did. No, that's not true. He won a match. I know, but I really want to see Mango and Armada because we haven't really seen that.
Well, I
in
mean,
full capacity since Genesis.
it's like I've said in the past. You know, with the top 5, it's just been a floating around Nemesis with the 4 and then Mango on top of them all kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody's got to take out Mango, but the thing is, Mango is way too good.
Yeah.
And he fucking deserves it.
Yeah.
Like, the way he played out of his mind
Uh-huh.
with characters, like, trying new shit out.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I'm going to try new shit out
Uh-huh.
and work on these characters.
Right.
And he's beating people like this? I
Yeah.
mean, the guy is fucking good. Like, you have to give him props. Like, good lord.
The way I like to look at like some of these really good players is like watching them play. Most of them are like a beautiful painting that catches your eye, and then Mango is like a massive explosion that you can't look away from.
He's a train wreck.
It's just plain destruction, and you can't deny it.
You're like, oh my god, this is horrifying,
This
but
is
awesome. That's a really good point, actually. It is
Yeah.
like an explosion, because you're like, this is horrifying, but also amazing. I have to keep watching. It's true. He's
Yeah.
explosive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he really is.
Right.
And good for him, dude. He's obviously the best player in the world right now.
Mhm.
There's no denying it.
Absolutely. you
I
know.
hope he comes to Apex practiced, ready to go, and I'm okay with. And I'm totally. A lot of people aren't, and I don't get this, but a lot of people aren't okay. Like, oh, he's playing Joe characters. Like they say that all the time. I'm like, dude, he's beating people with them.
Right.
If he wants to try out Falcon for the first 2 games, go for it.
Yeah.
In a
Absolutely.
best of 5
Yeah.
set. I mean, he did that against Mewtwo King. He was like, I'm going to stick with Falco because I want to try to make Falco Sheik work. It didn't. He was, all right, let's switch to Fox the 3rd game.
Right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, that's tryhard Mango to me.
Yeah.
Because he's like,
absolutely.
okay, I think I can win with Fox. Like, let's go with Fox now.
Right.
That's okay.
Definitely.
As long as he brings that to Apex and he doesn't try to go all Falcon or something.
I don't know why a single person shouldn't be excited for Apex after watching this whole
And
tournament.
Dr. PB's going to be back too.
Right.
Hopefully he gets out of his mindset a little bit. And,
Yeah.
and
absolutely.
into kind of a state where he can play really, really well.
Yeah.
You know, I know how hard it is to get over something like that, so you know,
what exactly?
just his depression. He's dealing with depression right
Yeah.
now. So like,
Yeah.
you know, like I empathize. I hope he does well.
Yeah.
I hope he really
definitely.
does. But that's why I'm excited for Apex because I think Armada's coming. I hope he is. I hope Leffen's coming.
Mhm.
Dude, that's gonna be crazy. So I feel like really somebody's gotta step it up and really beat Mango. I think it's gonna be Armada or Leffen.
You
For
think
sure.
so?
Yeah.
I just don't know
really
because
just want to see a grand finals for Armada and Mega.
it all just seems like impossible when it comes to that final round. You know,
Yeah.
every single time
It's true.
for years now.
Yeah.
You know, like people are looking good here and there, but when it comes to the big stuff, the big finish,
Yeah.
Mango just dominates. You know, so
Alright.
it's interesting, but
Yeah.
I think the greatest thing about this tournament is just still seeing so much new potential to this game.
That's the amazing thing is,
You
as
know
I'm
what I
watching
mean?
this tournament, I'm thinking to myself that this game is now there's going to be 2 iterations newer of this game that's been out. And I mean, it's still going.
Right.
And people like Plup and Axe are still doing well.
Yeah.
I mean, they are crazy, insanely good with their characters, don't get me wrong, but I mean, they're placing really high at these
Yeah.
tournaments with Samus and Pikachu.
Right. Exactly.
That's really cool to me.
and
you know?
like the match between Lucky and Mango. I lost count of how many times the 2 announcers said, "What is happening?" I don't know. Which was just amazing. It was
Yeah.
wonderful to see.
Getting off crazy combos and strings and stuff. I don't know. It's just, I'm really excited. I've always loved watching this game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I love playing it, but I've never personally owned a GameCube because I always played with friends.
Right.
So this game really is a lot of a spectator sport for me a lot of the time.
Yeah, which is not bad at all. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's wonderful. It's such a
awesome.
wonderful spectator.
It's such
sport.
an amazing
Yeah.
spectator. It really is. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm really excited to see Apex and
Same
beyond.
here, man.
I hope it's at EVO.
Yeah.
I really do.
It's on the cusp right now.
Yeah.
You know, people are thinking about Smash 4.
Yep.
And I'd have to agree with the masses that it's just too fresh. And I'm sorry, when it comes right down to it, it doesn't get near the potential of Melee.
Yeah. I think that's kind of unfortunate. But
I think we've
I
seen
think you
enough.
might be right.
to-
I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. Have we seen enough? Jury's still out on that. It's definitely not Melee.
You know what?
Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, I
It's-
don't think so,
but
but you know what? You Smash 4 enthusiasts prove me wrong. I'd be really happy to see
No,
that,
seriously,
honestly.
I'd be happy
yeah.
to see a game that was really, really. Like,
That gets me as hype as a Melee
Yeah,
match,
yeah.
you know?
That's exactly. Yeah.
Right.
So hopefully we'll see it.
I don't want to end up seeing like a tournament of just like, oh, he's hitting him up. He's waiting for him to come down. Oh, he hit him again. He's coming back. We're running out of time, sudden death.
I really, really hope that's not the case.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how it goes.
Yep.
All right. Well, tell us what you guys think about Smash 4 and about the Big House 4. You can find us at Twitter at Fanvoice Podcast.
YouTube.com/thefanvoicepodcast.
Facebook.com/The Fanvoice Podcast.
Our email, fan@thefanvoice.com.
And our website, fanvoice.com, for news, reviews, and articles and all that good junk.
Yeah.
So, yeah, send us a message somewhere on one of those things.
Yeah, tell us your opinions on
Yeah.
people and games and all
Yeah.
that good stuff.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Later.